Welcome back. And now we'll go to some football with an interview with Alex Dingman and Coach Grossner for the last studio interview.
Thanks, Sharice. I'm now joined for the last time Coach Mike Grossner of the Bacon University football team. Had an impressive victory on Saturday, 58-23, pretty much completely physically dominated. Avila, especially with the rushing attack, had over 400 yards and didn't punt the ball until late in the fourth quarter. So just a great job by your offense.
Felt kind of bad for Ryan going out as a senior punter. You know, he didn't get too many opportunities. But when you're not punting, you're doing some good things offensively, and hopefully you're not turning the ball over, which we didn't do.
Yeah.
It was exciting to see our team click on all cylinders. We hadn't had a game all year where offense, defense, and special teams all came together for two halves, and we did, and it was fun to see.
All right, how about Derek Dorfler? He's been a hot topic,
Yeah.
and once again he sets a record, 23 field goals in a season, NAIA record.
Yeah, going into the game, everybody knew we needed 2 to tie, 3 to get it. And as an offensive play caller, I was trying to get it within the scheme of the game, but I didn't want to take 3 when we could get 7. But strategically, we did it pretty good. We got him 2. And got him one right before the half, a big 54-yarder that was real big. And then, he hit the record, and there was a sense of relief from the offensive staff as well as him that it was over. He got it. It's there in history. And to top it off, he just got named National Player of the Week for the 3rd time this year. 4th time he got named Hack Player of the Week in a season.
Yeah. Tremendous effort by Dorfler. We congratulate him. And the nice thing is he's not a senior, so he will be turning next year. All right, talk to me about the fact this is your best season since 2000. Finally got over the 500 mark. Where do you feel like your team is at right now? Had a couple tough games late against Mid-America and also Mo Valley, but where do you think we stand in the HAC and nationally at this point?
Well, I think we finished strong. We were probably 1 game out of the playoffs. You know, Mid-America is going to the playoffs, Missouri Valley is going to the playoffs, and Lindenwood's going to the playoffs. We lost all 3 of those teams. 2 were fairly close games. So I think we're fairly close to breaking through the door and getting to the playoff type atmosphere that we were wanting to do. But at 6-4, we know we were a game short, and going into the off season, our kids are still young and hungry, and it's not like we got to replace a whole team. We lose 9 seniors, so we're going to spot recruit and develop our kids, and they know with a lot of hard work that we'll get there next year.
All right, how about some of the seniors that did a nice job in that game on Saturday, their final collegiate game? I know Kendall came in there, did a nice job throwing the ball around. DJ Carter had an interception late, and I know he was playing banged up, shoulder, hip, knee, everything, but he was able to give his all. Mason's always playing nicely, but just tell me a little bit about this senior class.
Yeah, we had senior day here the week before, and some of them really stood out, and some of them just kind of stayed under the radar, but I think overall, those 11 kids really stepped it up Saturday and went out in style. Bo Smith scored a touchdown in his last game. And, Marcus Nolan was a threat the whole game, whether he got a ball or not. They had to cover him. And then up front, Matt Hiss and Jeff Giuliano played real well. If we're rushing for 411 yards in a game, they're doing something up front. So on offense, I think those guys did a nice job. And then defensively, Micah Mason's always going to play pretty steady. DJ Carter played injured and played well. And, Brad Page, we haven't mentioned him in a couple weeks, but he's been as good as always, at the linebacker position, and he really brings that intensity, and he had our kids ready to play all week. I think him and Micah did a great job on the defensive side of getting our kids prepared and focused for the last game.
Now, Mason and Page are leaders on the defense, but they're also leaders in the locker room, and that's going to be something that you're really going to miss.
Yeah, it's tough to replace guys like that, and hopefully our juniors, seniors to be have learned how to do it, and we're going to talk about that today in a team meeting and move on. We'll say goodbye to the seniors and let them give one last piece of advice, and then after about 6 o'clock this evening, we're moved on to next season. And I feel real comfortable we have good leadership in this junior class. They've played a lot of games together. They've won a few games together as JV guys as well as varsity, and I think they're ready to step up.
All right, now we've talked about some of the seniors that we lost, but obviously a lot of great returning players next year for their senior campaign. Eric Allen, Spencer Kern, Hensley, Mac Brown's going to be back with most of his wide receivers. What do you think about this senior class next year? How good do you think they can really be?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. I think we can take it over the top and bust through the door, get to the playoffs, and if we're healthy, good things are going to happen, and we can make a nice run into the championship series is our goal. I think this off season is going to be crucial from a development standpoint, staying in the weight room, getting bigger, faster, stronger. Our recruiting class is going to be important to fill a couple voids we might have, but we don't have to do a lot. Our staff feels real good that if we had to play next Saturday with this group with minus our seniors, we'd be fine.
All right, now that you have gotten over the 500 mark, do you feel more pressure to just continue to get better, or is it every year you're looking to win national championship?
Yeah, our expectation level, we fell below it. You know, we're happy with the winning season, but we're not content. We felt like we should be in the playoffs, and you know, maybe a national title, but go deep this year, and we fell a little short, but no, we're not satisfied as a staff or players. I think our players have a good feeling going into the off season, but we also know we're playing pretty good football right now, and it's over. It's a sudden ending. You know, on Sunday when you do nothing, kind of twiddle your thumbs and watch NFL football, which we haven't done. You realize that was it. And then Monday came and we weren't doing anything, and then today I've had player meetings every 10 minutes for 2 days, and the vibe on the team is very good. You know, you get a vibe from talking to players and the ins and outs and how they're doing, and do they like Baker University and is school going well, and all of the above, and the vibe is very good. And then, like I said, we'll meet this afternoon and put a finality to the seniors and then start moving on to next year.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us as always. We appreciate you having on. Congratulations on the fine season. Good luck to you in the off season. I'm sure we'll catch back up with you in the spring, see how recruiting, everything like that's going.
I appreciate what you guys do. You give us great coverage and do a great job here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. All right, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. For more about that Avila win, here's Chris Campbell.
Thanks, Charisse. This past Saturday, the Baker football team played its final game of the 2007 season against the Avila Eagles. The Wildcat football team finished their season with a big win Saturday against Avila. A final score of 58-23 put the Cats at a 6-5 record for the 2007 season. The game was filled with numerous touchdowns, interceptions, hard hits, and trash talk from both sides. With less than 10 seconds left on the clock and just before halftime, junior kicker Derek Dorfler jolted a 54-yard field goal to put the Wildcats up going into the second half. With that kick, Dorfler tied the NAIA record for field goals in a season.
Well, it felt great, and I knew I was going to have some more attempts, so at least tying it was good enough for me. I mean, any national record's pretty big time even to tie it, so I knew I was going to get the chance in the second half. Our offense was awesome. So.
In the third quarter, Dorfler nailed a 27-yarder to beat the record, putting the Cats up 44-14. The record-breaking kick was just one of the ways the Wildcats demoralized Avila in the final game of the season.
We're going into next season. I mean, our goal is to win the conference. I think we're going to be one of the top teams. And this game's pretty much a statement game, you know, saying that we're going to be up top and we're going to give everybody a run for the money next year for the hack. And it's just good. It's good for the seniors to go out with a big win too. So.
After an exciting 2007 season and looking forward to a better 2008 season, I'm Chris Campbell for KNBU TV.
Thanks, Chris. And now a short commercial break.